the community.
Hey, Equity Mate.
Hi, I just had a question.
Hey, Bryce, friend. I've got a question.
Your question answered.
So you've decided what you're going to invest in, you've built your core portfolio, and now you're trying to figure out how often should you be investing in it. That is the question we're going to be answering today. Now, Simo, dollar cost averaging, it's one of the few superpowers when it comes to investing.
Yeah, it's very important.
How regularly are you investing into your core portfolio?
I am investing every time I get paid. I just align it with when I get paid, automate it, make it happen like that. It used to be fortnightly, but we've moved to monthly recently, so that's how I'm doing it.
Nice. Well, the reason we are talking about this today is we got a question from Judd.
Hey boys, Judd here, long time listener, and thanks to you boys, we're finally ready to start investing. We can invest about $300 a fortnight. We're just wondering your thoughts on, will we be better off investing $300 a fortnight or $600 a month, or wait until we've got a lump sum of, say, $1,000 and investing in one big go? Are we better off having the $300 in the market every fortnight and paying brokerage fees through the CommSec app, or are we better off waiting until we've got, say, $1,000? Thanks, boys.
All right, great question from Judd. Good question. You're thinking about the right things, timing your DCAs, trying to avoid the impact of fees. I mean, just as a general point, we'll just say that there are platforms out there where you can get really low fees or even zero fees now. You know, you can find the names online, Superhero, Beta Shows Direct, those kind of platforms.
Yeah, I mean, horses for courses. Like, you got to choose the brokerage account that works for you. And there's heaps of reasons why you would choose one over another. Access to different markets, different features. You know, we love auto invest. There could be other features that you want. Data sources, all that stuff. Brand and vibes. Plenty of reasons to choose whatever broker you choose. Judd said he's with CommSec. I think the good thing about CommSec is they are feeling the price pressure and they are moving prices down. When we started investing $20 a trade,
Wow.
then they cut it to $10 a trade. And you were just saying that now under $1,000,
$5.
$5.
Yeah.
So they're certainly coming down. But what? Stakes 3, Superheroes 5. There are plenty of cheap ones.
Is Superhero $2 or $5? It might be 2 on ETFs, 5 on stocks.
People can do their own research on that.
It's down there.
Yeah, I would say Beta Shares Direct is brokerage free. So Judd, maybe have a look at that one as well. But let's answer this question for Judd using CommSec as the example. And I think when we're thinking about the timing of dollar cost averaging, there's two ways to approach it. One is a hard mathematical answer, and then the other is a behavioral answer.
Yeah, like many things in life, there's the spreadsheet answer and there's the messy reality of life answer as well.
Yeah, so let's start with the spreadsheet answer. And luckily, we didn't have to crack out the spreadsheet for this. There is an investment frequency calculator online. We'll include the link in the show notes so you can check it out for yourself and put your own situation in. To answer this question mathematically, there are 4 key considerations. How much you have to invest, your brokerage costs, your expected returns on the investment, and then your expected returns, if any, if you're holding that money in cash.
Yes.
So let's go to the calculator and do it hypothetically for Judd.
So Judd said $300 a fortnight. We can probably assume the Macquarie Saver, 4.25%, I think, once you get off the special discount.
Okay, that's generous. I was actually going to assume 0 because I think most people who are saving money to invest aren't putting it in a high interest savings account. They're just leaving it in their bank account.
That's fair enough.
Well, let's
Yeah.
do both because the beauty of this is it's pretty easy to play around with.
Yes, and then CommSec, would you say $5? We said, didn't we, for
$5,
the fees? Yeah. And then expected rate of return, I guess we could just use the 10% per annum. It's pretty widely accepted long-term market return.
So if we plug that in, according to the investment frequency calculator, the most efficient way would be to invest $1,200 once every 4 fortnights. And the difference over a 10-year period, if you invested every 4 fortnights, you'd have $129,250. And if you invested every fortnight, $300 every fortnight, you'd have $128,000.
Okay, so not much difference. And for this to work, what you'd actually have to do, because you'd you'd have to transfer when you got paid into your Macquarie Saver or whatever savings account you're using, making sure you're always getting that 4.25%, never missing out, and then have another automation going into your shares. So it's not that practical to save $1,000 in returns.
Yeah. Alternatively, if you put 0% as your interest rate on savings and kept everything else equal, it says the most efficient way is $900 every 3 fortnights.
Okay, and the difference there is about $900 or so.
Yeah. So if you want to figure out the mathematical answer for your specific situation, we'll include that link. But I think the point you make there, which it's marginal difference, is the point we want to get to, which is, in our opinion, for our personal circumstances, the right answer is the behavioral answer. The most important thing is regularly investing and finding a way to build that into your routine, or ideally automate that into your financial processes, is the best way to do it.
Absolutely. You can't get returns if you're not consistently putting the money in the market. And if you go to a model where it's like, oh, I'll save up some money, then I'll invest it, there's such a high risk that money gets sucked into something else or never makes it into the market. And that's going to damage your returns a lot more than a few dollars of brokerage here and there.
Yeah, particularly, so I used to be with CommSec, and so at least when I was with CommSec, they have their CDIA account, which is like where you put the cash in that you're going to invest. And so if Judd's with CommSec and he has that set up, that CDIA sits very close to your spending account, and it's very easy to transfer money between the two. So I would say at the very least, get that money out of your, like, near your spending environment and into a brokerage account where it's harder to then transfer it out. Because the big risk is you spend it.
I guess that's another way you could do it, is automate the payment every time you get paid so it goes into your brokerage account, but then in your brokerage account just have the buy set up once every, whatever they said, 4 fortnights.
Yeah, or 3 fortnights.
3 fortnights, yeah.
Yeah, you could. You
but
definitely
is it worth it?
Yeah, that's for me the question. Is it worth it? For me personally, syncing it with every time I get paid makes sense, because what it also stops me doing is going into the brokerage account and then buying something that I just heard about in an interview we did.
Yes.
Like, SK Hynix, never heard of that before. Now it's riding the AI wave. Let's buy that rather than my...
Because the money's there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good point.
So, Judd, I think for me personally, if I was in your situation, I would say if you've got... You phrased it as having $300 a fortnight in your question. I assume that's because you get paid fortnightly, and that's the sort of money you have left over after you've sort of figured out where the rest of your money needs to go. I would say build a consistent process that aligns with your pay cycle, so you're investing regularly what you can afford, but also do it at the front, like when you get paid, rather than waiting until the back end of your pay cycle and just investing whatever you can. Pay yourself, pay your future self first.
Yeah, it needs to come out of your pay, so it's almost as if you didn't get paid that money.
Yeah. But I think, Judd, whatever you decide, the most important thing is you start investing and you invest consistently. So well done and good luck with it all.
I will say this about investing. Everything you do learn is cumulative. What I learned at 20 is useful.